tell me what is the purpose of not null?
It won't able to accept the null values.
It won't accept the null values, but it can accept the
duplicate.
So what is the purpose of unique?
Won't accept null value.
It won't accept the duplicate records, but accept the null values.
Null values, correct? That is the, now come to primary key. If we are able to define any column as a primary key in your table, if we are able to define any column as a primary key in your table, it won't accept the duplicates. It won't accept the duplicate records, and it won't accept the null values. This is the purpose of primary key only. Clear up to this, all of you? Now, if you are able to define any column as a not null constraint, it won't able to accept the null values, but it can able to accept the duplicate records. That is not null. If you're able to apply any column as a unique constraint, it won't accept the duplicate records, but it can accept the null values only. If you're able to define any column as a primary key in your table, now what does it mean for here? It won't accept the duplicates and null values only. Clear up to this, all of you? What the purpose of primary key? This is the main purpose of primary key only. The primary key always it can be applicable for the number data types only. Just remember this point also. Primary key, if you are able to define any column as a primary key, that column data type it should be number only. The column data type, it should be number only. Next one, what it is? While creation of table, only one primary key it can be able to accept your system. How many primary keys we need to define in a table? Only one only. If you are able to define multiple primary keys in your columns, different column, the system it won't accept. How many primary keys we need to define in a table? Only one only. If you are able to define multiple primary keys in multiple column, the system it won't accept. Clear up to this? Okay. Now I'm going to define the primary key only. For example, I'm going to define one table. This is the primary key if we are able to define in two ways. One is the column level, another one is the table level. Okay. One is the column level, another one is the table level. How we can define the primary key as a column level? Later I can show it as a, how we can define the primary key as a multiple columns, table level. Later I can, first we need to focus on the column level only. First, create table test underscore pk. This is my column name, my table name only. Sorry, this is my table name. Now here I am going to mention some column names only. Employee number. Okay. Now here, what I'm going to do here, if you're able to give the size, then you can give the size. If you don't give the size, no problem. Then I can give it as a primary key only. Now what I have, which column I need to apply the primary key for this table? Key column only. What is the key column of this employee? Employee number only. Now here, employee name. Just what I am going to do, varchar 2 of 10. Just I am going to define it as a not null constraint. Can I do it or not? Is it possible or not? Yes. Salary column. Salary column I am going to define like this, number. Okay. Number. What it is here? Check constraint I am going to define. Check salary between, like that I can write this. Salary between, just I am going to give it as a 1,000 and 8,000. In between only these many salaries we need to insert into that particular column. Now, for example, I am going to define one more column, department number. Just observe here. For this column, I am going to apply the primary key for this also. I am going to apply the primary key also for this column. Is it able to accept your system? How many column, current table, how many columns I have defined the primary key?
Only one.
Normally, current table, how many columns I have defined? Two. Now, as per the rule, how many columns we need to apply the primary key?
Only one.
Only one. If you are able to define the more than one column as a primary key, the system will be able to accept. Now we can run the query. what the error message will come? What the error message will come here? Table can have only one primary key only. Can I create the table with multiple columns as a primary key? Is it allowed by your system?
No.
No, simply it can throw the error. Just remember this point. This is the interview question also. Can I define the primary column as a multiple columns? Is it possible or not? Now we can say the answer. Is it possible?
No.
No, it won't possible. Correct? Now next, same only I'm going to define. I don't want to define the department number column as a primary key. Just I can write like this, number only. Now here, for example, I can apply the default also. Default, I'm going to give it as 100. Okay. How many constraints I have defined up to now? Already what we have discussed, not null, it is over or not? Not null, it is over or not?
Over.
Check it is over or not?
Over.
Default it's over or not?
Over.
We missed the one more column. What it is?
Unique.
That is also I'm going to define manager number unique only. Now for all these we have defined or not in the previous. Only one table I have defined all the content. Yes, it's possible. Now I'm going to able to run this query. Now I'm going to execute this query. Now the table is created or not? For all the constraints. Now we can test the data. Now we are going to test the data. Testing. Is it work or not? What is the definition of primary key? While inserting a record into that particular column, if you are able to insert any null value or duplicate records, the primary key will accept?
No.
It won't accept. Simply it can throw the error. Just you can check it. Insert into, what is our table name? This is my table name. Values. Now here I am going to pass the values. Employee number 1 I am going to give it here. Employee name A. Just what I am going to salary I am going to give it as a 1500. Okay. Next what is MGR I am going to give it as a 1000. Okay. Next I am going to give it as a department number 10. All the values I have given here. Now is it a valid scenario or not? Employee number, it is a primary first value. It is accepted. Employee name also accepted. Salary also accepted. Manager is also accepted. Every value it should be correct only. Now run the query. Now one row is inserted. Perfect. This is a valid record. Next, I'm going to insert the one more record. And now you can tell me I'm going to insert the second here. Employee name I cannot give. I can give like this only. Salary 2500. MGR I am going to give it as a 2000. In the department number I want to give it as a 20. Now you can tell me, is this a valid data or invalid data? But this record, second record, is it valid or invalid?
Invalid, sir.
Employee name should be.
Employee name not.
While creation of table, employee name, what type of constraint we have defined?
Not null.
Not null. Now, what is the meaning of this not null? It won't accept the null value. If you are able to pass the null values into this column, the system, it can throw the error or not immediately. What type of constraint it can throw? Cannot insert null into that particular column. That message it can be displayed. This is invalid only. Clear? Next. Next, I am going to write it here. One more record I am going to insert. Now here I am going to define it as a third record. B. Salary I am going to give it as a 500. Or MGR 3000. Here I am going to give it as a department number 30. Now you can tell me, is this record, is this data is a valid record? Is this record is a valid data?
No.
Again, why it is not a valid? The
Check
salary
salary.
we have defined check constraint only. What is the condition we have given while creation of table? The salary always it should be between 1000 and 8000. But what value we have entered here? 500. Which constraint it will be 5? After execution of this query, check constraint only. Now run the query. Check constraint is violated. Clear up to this, all of you? All the constraints we have applied. If you are able to insert the wrong data into that particular column, table column, Immediately based on that constraint, it can able to fire. Next one, I am going to insert the one more record. Now you can tell me for this one, what is the error message it can able to fire? Now you can tell me. What is the error message you want to get it? Is the valid record or invalid data for this?
Uniques are invalid. Unique.
For this record, it is invalid. Why? Because fourth column, MGR column, what type of constraint we have defined while creation of a table? Unique constraint only. What is the purpose of unique constraint? If you are able to insert the repeated records in that particular column, unique constraint is violated. Now run the query, unique constraint is violated. Clear? After this, now I am going to apply the one more record for understanding purpose. I am going to insert the one more record. Just valid record only I am going to insert for testing purpose. Just I am going to give it as a 5. D. All the values I have given valid only. Okay. 3000. Or here I am going to give the department number 20. This is a valid data only. Now we can tell me the answers. Okay. Just I can copy the record. Can anyone tell me the answer for this? Now I am going to define the value like this. Which column I want to give the null value? Which column I want to give the null value?
Primary.
First column. What is the first column while creation of table? What is the first column?
Employee number.
What is the constraint we have defined in this column?
Primary.
Primary key. What is the purpose?
Not accept the null value. Duplicate.
Null and unique.
Not able to accept the null values and not able to accept the duplicate records. Correct or not? Primary key is nothing but a combination of unique plus not null. What is that? Primary key is nothing but a combination of unique plus not null. Okay. Now I am going to run this query. For this case, what type of constraint it can able to fire? Not null constraint only. Why? Because if you are able to insert the null values into primary key, the primary key it won't accept. Now run the query. Simply it can throw the error. Not null constraint only it can able to fire. Okay. Next, just observe here. Next, this is the invalid data. Now I am going to insert the one more record. This record already we have inserted into the table. Correct or not? Now I am going to insert same record into a table. Is it a valid record? 5th row for this employee number column, 5th employee number already we have stored into the table. Again, if you are able to insert the same data into that particular table, is it valid data?
Invalid.
Invalid. Why? Because for this scenario, which constraint will be fired? Unique constraint only. Just you can see this. Whatever, which constraint will fire? Unique constraint only. For the primary key, it is a combination of unique plus not null only. Clear up to this, all of you? All of you clear for this primary key? Why we have to define the primary key? Why we have to define the primary key in our table? Primary key is the very, very important. If you are able to see any Oracle tables, compulsory each table, one column is having a primary key only. If you are able to see any Oracle tables, seeded tables, they are going to call it as a seeded table. Seeded means the tables are provided by Oracle only. Each and every table, one column belongs to primary key only. Clear? After this, so what is the definition of primary key? How we can able to store the data into that particular column? This is the way we need to store the data into that particular columns. Any doubts as of now? Any doubts for this up to now? Primary key. Can I move to next example? Now I am going to define the primary key and multiple columns. Just now we have seen the primary key and single column. Now we can move it as a primary key and multiple columns. How we can define? Can we define the primary column level? Is it possible? Can we define the multiple columns as a primary key? Column level, is it possible? Now you can tell me. Already we have seen the example.
Yes.
If we're able to define the
Possible.
multiple columns as a primary key, is it able to allow the system?
Yes,
Yes.
allowed.
Only one table can have only one primary key only. Now what is my current requirement? I'm able to apply the multiple columns as a primary key. How we can define? Only it's possible as a table level only. Column level, it won't possible. If you are able to define multiple columns as a primary key, that it is called as a composite primary key only. Composite means, what does it mean? More than one column. More than one column, that it is called as a composite only. If you are able to define the multiple columns as a primary key, that it is called as a composite primary key only. Only it can be applicable for the table level only, not for column level. Column level, it won't accept. Just now we have seen the example. Now I am going to explain this composite primary key. How we can define it? Create table test underscore CPK, composite primary key. Okay. This is primary. Composite primary key is nothing but a primary key only. How we can define? Just you can see it here. Employee number. Okay. Employee name. I don't want to define remaining constants. Already we have defined in the previous example. Now here, now what is the table level constraints? After end of the column, we can define the constraint. Clear? Column level, each column we need to define the constraint, that is called as a column level constraint. After end of the column, we need to define constraint, that it is called as a table level constraint. So how we can define? Primary key, just I can define it as a employee number and salary. I am going to define the primary key. How many columns we need to define the primary key for this table level constraint? 2 columns. This scenario is not work, but I am going to explain like that. Now here, how many columns we need to define the primary key? Is it a single column or multiple columns? Now you can tell me. This is the table level, it's possible. Column level, it won't possible. This is called as a composite primary key. For the definition of composite primary key, if you are able to define the primary key on multiple columns, that it is called as a composite primary key only. Now, how we can insert the data? The combination of data, it should be repeated. The combination of data, it should be repeated. The system, it won't accept. Already we have discussed yesterday. What is that? Composite unique key. Correct or not? Yesterday we have discussed the composite unique key or not. What does it mean? The combination of data, it should be repeated. It won't accept. Correct or not? From the here also, same thing only. Composite primary key, it won't able to accept the repeated data only. Combination of data, it should not be accepted. Now run the query. Now table is created. Now I'm going to write the testing only. Is it a valid scenario or not? As of now. First record, it is a valid only. Now run the query. It is a valid data. Now I am going to insert the second record also. 1 B 2000. Here I am going to give the 29. Can anyone tell me, is it a valid or invalid?
Valid, sir.
How we can say it is a valid?
Salary is not repeating now.
Now employee number, it should be repeated, but salary is not repeated. That's the reason it won't accept or not. Just you can check it. Is it valid or invalid? Valid only. One row is inserted. Now I am going to insert the one more record. Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
valid only. Now I'm going to insert the one more record.
Invalid, sir.
Now why it is invalid? Now here, first column it is a null value. Now primary key, is it able to accept the null values?
No.
It won't accept. Simply it can throw the error. Not null constraint, it is fine. Cannot insert null value into that particular column. Clear? Next, I'm going to insert the one more record. Now you can tell me, is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Salary column, I am going to pass the null value here. Now you can tell me, is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Now why? Because if you are able to apply the primary key on multiple columns, not a single column, correct or not? Now if I am able to execute the query, again it can throw the error. Clear? Up to this clarity. This is called as a composite primary key. If you are able to apply the multiple columns on primary key, this is the way we need to possible. Next, I am going to insert the one more record. Now you can tell me, is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
Now here, now you can tell me this record. Is it valid or invalid for this? This record, is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Why?
Invalid.
Repeated.
Already repeated.
This combination is already present in the table. If you are able to give the same combination in the table, again, it can throw the, what type of constraint it can able to fire? Unique constraint only. Now you can see that unique constraint is violated. In the previous, if you are able to give the null values into that particular one, not null constraint, cannot insert null into that particular column. Not null constraint is violated. Now here, this is the way we need to find out. Clear up to this, all of you? Any doubts for this primary key? What the use of primary key? Now you can tell me, what is the purpose of primary key?
Null values and
It cannot able to accept the null values and it cannot able to accept the duplicate records. Correct or not? How many primary keys we need to define a table for column level?
1.
How many primary keys we need to define in column level?
1.
Only one. Can I apply the multiple columns and a primary key? Is it possible?
Yes, possible. By using composite.
No, column level it won't possible. Correct or not? Primary key always it can one only. Now when it will be possible, table level it's possible. Correct or not? That is called as a composite primary key. Okay, clear up to this primary key? Any doubts? Now I am going to move it as a foreign key. Just some examples are there. Just you need to practice in the material. Just you can go same thing only. Next one, what it is? Foreign key only. Just I am going to explain these points. Yesterday, what we have discussed, if you are able to define any foreign key in your system, how many tables will be required? Yesterday, what we have discussed. If you are able to define any foreign key in your system, foreign key is nothing but one of the column only. Primary key is also, you are able to apply the primary key on columns only. Same, here also foreign key, you are able to apply the column level only, columns only. Now you can tell me, what the use of foreign key? Yesterday, what we have discussed, how many tables will be required? 2 tables only, or more than 1 table. If you are able to define foreign key constraint in your system, how many tables will be required? 2 tables or more than 2 tables. 2 tables or more than 1 table, anything. After that, what we are going to do? First, to find out the common column of both the tables. Next one, what is? Common column of both the tables. Now here, just I am going to explain one example, then only can able to understand. Now can anyone tell me the answer? Just student ID 1.
అన్నయ్య చెప్పండి నేను
Now you can tell me how many tables are there here? How many tables are there here? How many tables we have mentioned in this Excel?
Two.
Two only, correct? Now what is the first table name?
Student.
Student only. Next table name, what it is?
Course.
Course only. Now here, now for these two tables, what is the common column? Already we have discussed for giants.
Course ID.
Course.
Course ID,
Course ID.
correct? Now how we can able to identify which column for both the tables is having the course ID, correct or not? Student table is also course ID. In the course table also, course ID column is present. Now you can tell me which column is a primary key or which column is a foreign key. How we can able to identify? If you're able to write the giants in our system, we don't know, correct? Now this is also course ID there, this is also course ID. How we can able to identify? What is the purpose of primary key?
Student column is primary.
No, what is the purpose, main purpose? It can able to accept the repeated values.
Unique plus not null.
Only unique values only it can able to display by using primary key only. In the course table, course ID is having any duplicate values, any repeated values?
No.
Only unique values are present. Now come to the student table, the course ID column, the values it should be repeated or not?
Yes.
Yes, repeat.
Now you can see that. Now, what the use of primary key? Primary key, it won't accept the duplicates and null values. Foreign key, it can able to accept the null values and repeated data, repeated values or duplicate records. Now, just I can write the one more for understanding. Just here. Now here I am going to define it as null only. What does now here? Now you can tell me. What is the primary key? What it is only? Primary key, it can able to accept the unique values only. Correct or not? Unique means it won't accept the duplicate records. Correct or not? Or null values. Now next, what it is foreign key? What is the purpose of foreign key? It can accept
the null and
duplicates
duplicates.
and nulls. Mainly, what is the purpose of foreign key? Only what is the main purpose of foreign key? It can build the relationship between the two tables only. What is the main purpose of foreign key? It can build the relationship between the two tables only. How we can able to identify the foreign key? The foreign key column. The foreign key column. What is the foreign key column for both the tables here? Course ID only. Correct or not? The course ID column, there is no duplicate record, that it is called as a primary key in the pair. Now here there are two tables. So how we can able to identify whether it is a parent table or child table? How we can able to identify whether it is a parent or child? Already yesterday I told you. In your key column, what is the key column for both the tables?
What's ID?
Course ID. In the which column is having duplicates or which column is not having duplicates for course ID? Course ID is the common column for both the tables. Correct or not? Now, how we can able to identify whether it is a parent table or child table? In the key column of course ID, currently we have seen the two tables. One is the student, one is the course only. For both the tables, what is the common column? Course ID. Which column doesn't have a duplicate records for both the tables? Which column doesn't have the duplicate records for common column? Clear or not? Now here two tables are there, student and course ID, course only. Now for these two tables, what is the common column?
Course
ID.
Course ID, correct? Common column, this course ID. Now how we can able to identify whether it is a parent table or child table? Now you can tell me. What is the common column? This one. In this column, which for the course ID column for both the tables, which column doesn't have the duplicate records? For the course table or student table?
Course table.
Course table doesn't, for course table of course ID
ID.
column in the, for this column doesn't have any duplicate records. This is called as a parent table only. What is the common column for both the tables? Course ID only. For both the tables, course ID column, there is no duplicate values into that particular column. That table is called as a parent table. And how we can able to identify whether it is a parent or child table? The child table, what the child table common column, what it is? Course ID. That course ID is having duplicates and null values, that it is called as a foreign key only. All of you clear for this? How we can able to identify whether it is a parent table or child table? In the parent table key column, what is the key column for this parent table? Course ID only. If this column is having any duplicate records, as of now, as per our data, there is no duplicates. Come to this table, student table, course ID column. For this column is having duplicate records, are there or not?
Yes.
If this column, common column is having duplicates and null values, that it is called as a foreign key table, that is a child table only. That is a child table only. Now in the how we can able to identify the parent table, that is the common column, doesn't have any duplicates or null values, that is called as a parent table only. This is the way we need to identify. Clear? Now what is the definition of here? Just you can see this. It is to maintain a reference from one table to another table. What is the main use of foreign key? It can build the relationship between the two tables only. Mainly reference. Reference is nothing but a connection between two tables. That's the reason we can able to write the foreign key only. Reference, foreign key in the sense of foreign key, normally it is this. Now in the real time, what they are going to call references only. Next one, it is to create the parent and child relationship between two or many tables only. Parent and child relationship between two or many tables. Two or many tables only. Next one, it always refers to primary key column or unique key of the parent table. What they are going to call that common column in the parent table, it is there. That's the primary key column only. Next, the primary key same in the employed student table. What it is? What it is this? For this column, what it is?
Course.
Now how we can
Foreign
write
key.
here? Course table course ID equal to what is this? This is called as a primary key here. Correct or not? Primary key only. Next, what it is this? Student dot course ID. What it is this? What is this?
Foreign.
Called as a foreign key only. Clear up to this, all of you? Foreign key only. How for both the tables, this is the primary key. In the course table, this table is called as what is parent only. This parent. The key column it is there. The key column doesn't have any null values and repeated data. That is called as a parent table. The key column is having any duplicates and null values, that it is called as a child table only. This is the way we need to identify. Clear? Now you can tell me. I'm going to tell you the one more example here only. Employee and department table only. Now here I can open the one more window. Now you can tell me the answer. What is the common column for both the tables here? Employee and department already we have discussed in the previous sessions. What the common column?
Department number.
Just I can take the data. Now you can tell me the answers. Which table is having the parent table? Which table is having the child table? Now you can tell me the answers. Just I can paste the data into the Excel. Now this is the one. I can paste the data here. What it is here? One more. Here I can write as a department number, D name. Now here location. What is the table name here? For this DEPT. Next, I can put the data here. This is the employee table. Now you can copy the employee table and tell me the answers. Just I can copy it all the columns. I don't want to write all the column, just
Sir,
employee name.
here primary key is the like parent, child is foreign key, right?
Common column. Just we need to write the common column of both the tables. In the table common column, what it is, how we can able to identify whether it is a parent or child. Now you can tell me the answer here only, then I can tell you again. E-name. Oh, sorry, it is job. This is called as the MGR. Hire date. Salary. Now here commission. Now you can tell me the answer. What is the common column of both the tables? Just you have seen the data and tell me the answer.
Department number.
Department number is the common column for both the tables. Up to this clarity. Now you can tell me for these two tables, what is the common column? Department number only. In the department table, department number column, how many values are there? The values, it should be repeated or any null values?
Not repeat.
Not repeated.
This column, there is no repeated values and there is no null values. Correct or not? Now, this column is
Right.
having a primary key of this table.
Yes.
This can be department dot department
Primary.
number, what it is? Department dot department number. This is this column is having a primary key for this. Up to this clarity. Now in the employee table also department number it is there or not? Now you can tell me in the department number is not there here. In the department table, department number data, it is not there. Okay. Now how we can able to identify how many employees are working as a department number 10? How we can able to identify? Is it possible to write? Can I able to write the giant? Is it
No.
employee table? This column is not there. How we can able to write the query? Is it able to write the equigen? Is
No.
it possible?
No.
Artesian giant, it's possible. Now we can able to see all the duplicate records. 56 rows, you are able to see it. But what is my current requirement? How many employees are joined as a department number 10? How we can able to write the query? Is it possible? It won't possible. That's the reason some relationship between these two tables that is called as a foreign key only. But the meaning of foreign key, it can build the relationship between the two tables. One column, primary key, it belongs to another table, foreign key only. That is the common column. Clear up to this, all of you? For this table, common column, what department name? In this case, what is this? This is a primary key only. This primary key is referred to which table? Employee table, department number column. What is this department number? This is a foreign key only. This is the reference. How we can able to identify? Yesterday I told you, you and your father is there. How we can able to identify? Surname it is required. Correct or not? Without surname, how they can able to identify? It's not possible. Correct or not? For the same way here also, how we can able to identify whether it is a parent or child? One table, this table primary key it is assigned to another table foreign key. The way some relation it can build. Clear up to this? Any doubts? That points only it is there here. Now here what it is? One table foreign key must belongs to another table primary key only. Correct or not? Just now what we have explained. One table foreign key must belongs to another table primary key. What is this common column? This is the foreign key. This foreign key belongs to this table. This column is a primary key only. Next what it is? Primary key and foreign key. Primary key and foreign key column must be common column. Correct or not? Without a common column, we don't find out. Compulsory, we need to maintain a foreign key. First, we need to find out the two tables. Then after that, we need to find out the common column only. Next, primary key table is called as a parent table only. Correct or not? What is the definition? Just now, what I have explained. Primary key column is called as a parent table. For this table, for the common column, which table is having the primary key for the common column? Department or employee?
Department, sir.
Department. Now, this is called as a parent table only. This table is called as a parent. For this table is called a child only. Child means that particular table is having, this column is having duplicates and null values only. Now clear up to this? Now here, now just generally primary key is not allowed duplicate and null values. Correct or not? What is the definition of primary key? It won't accept the duplicates and null values. Now next come to here, whereas foreign key accepts duplicates and null values. Correct or not? Now for this,
Yes,
just
sir.
we can see the data. In this table is having in duplicates and null values.
No,
This is a primary key. Primary key, common column of primary key for department table. Now come to this. Department number is a foreign key for this table. Now for here duplicates it is there or not? As per this data.
yes, sir. Duplicate values is there.
Duplicates only. This is called as a foreign key only. Now next. After create the relationship, parent table records cannot be deleted. What does it mean for here? Once the parent and child relationship is built, you cannot delete the parent table data. All of you clear for this point? This is the interview question also. Once the parent and child relationship is built, can I delete the parent table records? It's not possible. When it will be possible, I can show the example. Up to this clarity, all of you? Foreign key. Now I am going to move it as, and first I can create the two tables for dummy only. Later I can explain the foreign key and first I can write the query like this. Create table DEPT underscore 100. 1 minute. First, I can check it whether the table is there or not. For understanding purpose, I am going to write this without writing any constraints. Currently, this table is not there. This is also not there. Just I'm going to create the tables. Normal tables only. I don't want to take much columns, only 3 columns only. Now we can try it in our side if we're able to take much columns. Department underscore, just I can write as department number, department name, varchar 2 of 10. Now here, location, also varchar 2 of 10. Now, can I apply any constraints on this table as of now? Any constraints is there?
No.
No, normal table only. Just I can create the normal table for this without applying any constraint. Just I can write the one more table also. Employee table also I'm going to define. Create table EMP underscore 100. Sorry. Now here I can take the columns employee number. Okay. Employee name. Varchar 2 of 10. I can define the salary number. Now here department number one. Now here, now you can tell me for this scenario, which one is the base table, which one is the parent table, and which one is the child table. Normal table, it won't possible. This is a normal table only. There is no constraints. If you are able to apply the constraints on that particular table, then we can decide it whether it is a parent or child. Normal table, it won't decide. Now I can create the tables. Just you can check it. It is coming. Name is already used. Now I check it correct. Same records we are able to insert for the another scenario also. 1 minute, I can drop the table. Okay, there is no table. Now I have created the table. Now I'm going to insert some records only. Now first I can insert this table only. Insert into DEPT underscore 100. Okay. Values here 10. Department name, sales, just location. I want to give it as a Hyderabad. First row is inserted. I'm going to insert the second record also. 4 records I'm going to insert here. Apply the commit. Here 20. Just apply the commit and check the records. In the department 100, how many rows are there? Select star from DEPT underscore 100. How many rows are there here? Just how many rows we have inserted for this table? 4 records only. Now I am going to insert the child table also. How many columns are there in the child table? How many columns we have defined? Employee number, e-name, salary. Employee number 1, e-name A, salary 1000. I have given the department number 10. Okay. Now here I am going to insert the second record also. 2 B 2000 and 20. I am going to define here. I am going to insert the third record. So only 6 records only. Just apply the commit. Just I can write as a select star from, and I can apply the commit. Select star from EMP underscore 100. How many rows are there here? 6 rows only, correct? Now, in the department underscore 100, how many rows? Now here also I'm going to write it here. One more query. Select star from DEPT underscore 100. How many rows are there here? 4 records in the department table. Now this is a normal table. Okay. Now here, now you can tell me what is the parent table for these two normal case. Now you can tell me the answer. What is the parent table for both the scenarios?
Department.
Department
Department
underscore
is the
100.
parent table. Correct or not? Now, normally, what is the point here? Just now, what I explained here. Once the parent and child relationship is built, you cannot delete the parent table data. Correct or not? Now, still we have not created any relationship. Now, for these two tables, can I create the relationship? Now you can tell me the answer. For these two tables, can I apply any parent key or foreign key? This is the normal table only. Normal table, we can delete the parent table records. That is possible. How we can delete the data parent table? Delete from DEPT underscore 100, where DEPT number, where DEPT number equal to 10. Is it possible or not? Now run the query. Now currently, these are all called as a normal tables. We cannot apply any constraints on any column. That's the reason it can delete the parent table records. It's possible only. Is it deleted or not? Now you can tell me, is it delete the record or not? Parent table record.
Deleted.
Now I can apply the commit also. Just I can apply the commit. Okay. Commit. Now go to your table. Just write that query. Select star from DEPT 100. Is it deleted or not? Now you can check the data and tell me the
Deleted.
answer. Is there any
Deleted.
10th record? Is there any 10th department? It's not there. Correct or not? Just now we have deleted that particular record. Now, once the parent, now we can see the answer. For example, now currently, now our tables are there. Select star from EMP. Correct or not? Now select star from DEPT. DEPT also is there in our side. Correct or not? For these two scenarios, which table is the parent and which table is the child?
Department is.
Department. Can I delete the department data here? Now you can see it here. Delete from DEPT, where same condition I'm going to write it here, where DEPT number equal to 10. In the previous, this query, is it able to accept or not? In the previous, this one, is it able to accept or not?
Yes.
Now I'm going to delete this record. Is it able to delete? Now you can see the answer. What the error message it can display here?
Child and parent. Integrated.
Integrity constraint violated. Child record found only. Can I delete the, once the parent and child relationship is built, can I delete the parent table record? Is it possible?
Yes. No.
It won't possible. When it will be possible, both the tables doesn't have any relation, then we can do it. Now I can show it for this. Currently, the time is over. Is it okay? Can I continue or tomorrow will continue? Now up to this, we have explained the normal tables only. Just I can copy this table. First, I can write this. Again, tomorrow also will explain few more example. What is the syntax here? How we can write it here? First column name. Column name. Just 1 minute, I can write it here. Column name. Data type. Size. Now here we can write the syntax only. What is that syntax? References. References is nothing but a foreign key only. Just remember this point. References is nothing but a foreign key only. References, table name. Now here, common column only. Common column name only. Common column name. This is the parent table name only here. Not for here what we are going to write. What is the syntax? This is the syntax only we need to apply. Parent from where we need to define the syntax? Child table only. Child table only we need to define the foreign key, not for parent table. Just you can see it here, I can tell you. Up to this, I'm going to copy all the tables. Just change the names only, nothing to do here. Up to this, I have copied and pasted here. How we can define the primary key and foreign key. Just I can copy it here, just you can see it here. Now here, for this table, I am going to write as a parent only. What I have defined here, for understanding purpose, parent only. Now here, what I am going to apply? Primary key only. Is it clear? What is the common column for both the tables, sir? As per our example, what is the common column for both the tables, sir?
Department number.
Department. That's the reason department number column. What I have assigned the constraint.
Primary key.
Now this is
Parent.
called as a parent table only. Just remember this point. If you first you need to find out the two tables. After find out the two tables, what we are going to do? You need to find out the common column also. Which column I need to apply the primary key? Is the can I define the primary key and parent table or child table?
Parent table.
Parent
This
table.
is called as a parent table only. Now I'm going to create the table. Now I'm going to create the table. Table is created. Just what I'm going to do? Just copy this table name and paste it here. Now I'm going to insert the same records only. Nothing to do any change here. Only table name I have changed here. Now here, okay. Now commit. And here write this table name also. Here I'm going to do the select star from. What is our table name? This is the table name. Okay, table name. How many rows are there? 4 rows only. Now I'm going to define the another table. Now what is child? I'm going to write it here. Currently there is no table, just sorry, the parent. Now here I can apply, I can create this table. Now you can tell me, this is the employee number. Here I can define the primary key. Is this column is a common column or different column? Employee number. In the employee table, employee number, I can apply the primary key. Now here from where I need to define the foreign key? From where I need to define the foreign key?
Department number.
Table of department number column. How we can define it here? Just you can write as a references is a keyword. References, what is our parent table? What is our parent table name? DEPT underscore 100 underscore parent. What is the common column? What is the common
Department
column?
number. Department number.
That's it. This is called as a foreign key only. How we can define, how we can build the relationship between those two tables, parent and child. This is the in the earlier we have defined this. This is as a parent table. What is the common column? Department number. For this column, what type of constraint I have assigned here? Primary key only. This primary key column, it is assigned to which table? Child table of common column. What it is this one? References. References is nothing but a foreign key of this column. This is a employee child table is having a foreign key. This foreign key belongs to in the parent table primary key only. Now run the query. Just this one. This is the references is keyword. What is the syntax I have mentioned? Just you have seen here above. References, parent table name, common column. Just that one only I have taken here. Correct or not? References, parent table name, that common column. Now run the query. Table is created. Table child is created. Just I can insert the records into that particular table. Now we can see it. Now I'm going to insert the data. One by one I'm going to insert. Now I'm going to insert the one by one record in the child table. Now record is inserted. Second record is inserted. Third, fourth, No, 4, 5, 6. Now apply the commit and run this query also. Employee underscore child underscore employee underscore child. Now how many rows are there here? 6 rows only. In this department also, how many rows are there? 4 rows only, correct? Up to this clarity? All of you clear for this, sir? Now you can tell me the answer. Now once the parent and child relationship is built, already we have applied the foreign key and primary keys of common column only. That is the foreign key is built. Okay, relationship it is built from both the tables. Now, can I delete the parent table data here? Is it possible?
No.
Now you can
No
see it here.
possible.
What is this? This is the parent table only. In the previous, can I delete this record or not without applying the foreign key and primary key in the previous scenario? Is it possible or not?
Yes, possible.
Now here, is it possible or not? Just 0 rows are deleted. This system is accepted here. Now come to see here. Now I am going to delete this record. Where department now currently this data is there or not in your query? Now you can write that condition also. Where now here only before doing to that, just I can write that condition also. Is it possible or not? Just what I am going to do, where department number equal to 10. Just I can write this select level, it can show it the data. Select level, it can able to show it. Correct or not? Now I am going to delete the parent table record. Is it possible? Now you can see it here. Is it allowed to delete?
No.
Clear up to this, all of you. Once the parent and child relationship is built, we cannot delete the parent table data. We cannot delete the parent table data. Why? Because it won't accept for this particular parent can have some child records. Child records means for this department number 10, how many employees are working? Now I can write the query like this also. Now here I can write the query like this also. Select star from EMP underscore 100. When it will possible? Where? Sorry, not this. This one. How many employees are working under department number 10 as per our data? Just you can write the query like this. Where department number equal to 10. Now run the query. How many employees are working under department number 10? How many employees are working under department number 10?
3.
3 employees. What does it mean for here? For this department number 10 is a parent. For this parent is having how many childs? How many employees are there for this parent?
3.
3 only. First, how we can delete the parent table record directly? Is it possible?
No.
Can I
No.
delete the parent table data directly?
No.
It won't possible. Just now we have seen, correct or not? If we are run this query, is it allowed to system? Simply it can throw the error. How we can delete the parent table data? How we can delete the parent table data? What the
By
message?
deleting child data.
First we can delete the child table records, then we can delete the parent table data. That is the one option. Clear up to this, all of you? Once the parent and child relationship is built, we cannot delete the parent table data. That it's not possible. Just now we have proved. Correct or not? Now how we can delete the child? How we can delete the parent table data? First we need to delete the child table records. Then we can delete the parent table data. That it's possible. Clear up to this, all of you? Now I'm going to how many records are, how many employees are present in the department number in the child table, employee table? How many employees are there? 3 employees.
3.
Now, first I'm going to delete the child table. Just you can see this. Delete from, just I can copy this query. In the previous, without deleting the child table records, the parent table data, it is not deleted. Now, after deleting the child table, can I delete the parent table records or not? Now you can see it here. Now I'm going to delete the department number 10 in the child table. Now run the query. How many rows are deleted? As of now, as per our data, 3 rows deleted only. Okay, 3 rows deleted. Now I'm going to write the same scenario. Just apply the commit. Without applying the commit, it cannot delete. Now apply the commit and write this query. Is it possible to work or not? Now you can tell me. Now I'm going in the previous directly without deleting the child table data, the parent table record, it won't delete. Now after deleting the child table record, I'm going to delete the parent table. Is it work or not? Just clear the output and see this result. And see this result. Is it deleted or not? Is it deleted or not? Parent table record.
Deleted.
In the previous, is it accept?
No.
No.
Clear up to this, all of you. Once the parent and child relationship is built, we cannot delete the parent table data. How we can delete the parent table record?
But
While
linking the
child-
First you need to delete the child table records, then we can delete the parent table data. That it's possible in the system. Clear, all of you? Up to now?
Yes, sir.
This is the way we need to write it. Tomorrow I can show it as a one more example for clear understanding. Now, what is my next requirement tomorrow? Without deleting the child table records, I want to delete the parent table data. Currently, what we are going to do? Directly, it won't possible. We cannot delete the parent table data directly. How it's possible? First, you need to delete the child table records, then we can go for the parent table data. Now, what is my next scenario? I don't want to delete the child table records, but I want to delete the parent table data. Then one option it is there on delete cascade, then I can show it tomorrow. What is the purpose of on delete cascade? If you are able to delete the parent table record, that corresponding child records also automatically it can be deleted.